In this video, I'm gonna share with you a powerful scalping strategy that is designed to take advantage of quick moves within the first hour of the session open. This strategy is based off of one single candle. It's repeatable, beginner friendly, and the best part is it doesn't require a bias. So with that being said, let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into the video. So this is my one candle entry strategy. Like I said in the beginning, it's best to use in the session open. To be specific, 1 hour in the session open is the best because there's the most volume, most opportunities, and a lot of money to be made, right? So I like to trade at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? And also, like I said, it doesn't require a bias, meaning that you don't need to hassle, should you buy or sell today? Because I know a lot of you guys have that issue, but with this strategy, there's no issue, okay? And obviously, it's very easy to use, beginner friendly, and straightforward. By the way, this is the last trade that I took with this strategy, and I took it literally around 30 minutes ago, okay, in the session open. As you can see here, it says 9:54, so it's within the first hour of the session open, right? Because it opens at 9:30, and I finished the trade, made around 1.1 bands. All right, clean trade. I'm gonna go in depth to that very soon so you can understand more, but first we have to understand the basics. So this is the one candle entry strategy, and here's how you do it. But before we can actually understand how to use it, we have to understand the basics of the basics, okay? We need to understand market trending first. So there's pretty much two trends in the market. If you guys didn't know, the market is built off of trends. It's the lifeblood, right? There's an uptrend and there's a downtrend. In uptrend, we need to obviously look for buys, and in downtrend, we need to look for sells. Hop on the moving train. That's how it goes, okay? That's the biggest odds to win, right? And the uptrend moves in higher highs, right? Higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, right? And the downtrend moves in low lows, low highs, low lows, low highs, low lows, right? And how to spot the trend? Well, you need to see those two parts, right? Because the trend moves in higher highs, higher lows, right? So the big move is called an impulse, right? Impulse. And the small move is called a retracement, right? Impulse, retracement, impulse, etc. And in the downtrend, the big move is obviously impulse, and the small move is a retracement. So impulse, retracement, impulse. Okay. The reason why we need to understand that is because every time that there's an impulse followed by a retracement, a high appears, right? And when a high appears and we see a new impulse close above the most recent high, that's a break of structure. And this is how we know that it's a strong trend, because every time it breaks structure, it confirms that the trend is still there. It's not going anywhere, right? It breaks structure, etc., etc. Same in the downtrend. Break structure, this goes below it. Break structure goes below it, right? That's how it goes. That's how we know that it's a very strong trend, and we need to follow the trend. And the reason why this is very important to understand is because we need to spot the trend. It has to be a very strong trend so we can hop on it using the one candle. All right, and the second thing that we need to understand in the trend is a fair value gap. If you guys didn't know, fair value gap is a gap in the markets, a void full of orders that these big banks, institutions, and hedge funds want to go towards and then continue the trend, right? Because here's a lot of stop losses, a lot of orders. These big banks need to fill it so that they can fill their large positions, right? They need to take the orders, right? So how do we spot these fair value gaps? Well, it's a 3-candle sequence. As you can see, there's the one candle, second candle, and third candle, right? It all starts from the this is an option, by the way. It all starts from the first candle's wick right here at the top. Whether it's the wick or the body, but wherever it closed, it starts from there, right? And the second candle is the gap, the actual gap right here. And the fair value gap ends at the third candle's bottom, so right here. And remember when I said that there's the impulse and a retracement in the trend? Well, this is exactly that, because the reason why fair value gaps are very strong in this, very powerful in this scenario, is because the price naturally needs to retrace, and we need to retrace it to the fair value gap, or whether is it an order block or whatever you use, the building block in the trend. That's a perfect opportunity to look for those buys in here and then follow the trend, only if you see that one candle that I'm about to very soon show you. But first, let's get into the markets. I'm going to show you exactly how to spot these fair value gaps. So as you can see, this is the trade that I actually took today, right? This trade made me 1.1 bands, so 1.1 thousand. And as you can see, what is this? First of all, this is a very strong trend in the 1 minute time frame. Look at this. I'm actually going to remove some stuff here so you can see better. As you can see, bang. But what happens? We break structure all the time. This is an impulse, retracement, close above it. And what happens? If we look closely, what do we see here? Obviously, this is the break of structure because this is a impulse, retracement. This is the high. And then we close above it. That's a break of structure. I could potentially enter from that. I could have potentially entered from that, but I want to see more advanced stuff, right? So what I waited for is that retracement. One more retracement to get a better risk ratio, risk versus profit, so that I'm gonna make more money. If I go back in replay mode, starts from the first candle's wick, up wick, and this is the gap right here because it starts from there, and this is the third candle's bottom wick, right? And this is the gap. This is where I put it. So if I would want to place it again, I would do it like this. I would put a rectangle right here, start from the bottom, ends at the top, and what is left is this gap right here. And then we actually barely in this case, we tap into that, but then what happens? The candle reacts from that. And that was the reason why I was able to enter off of the fair value gap, because we got that small reaction. And then what I targeted was the end of this 50-minute fair value gap right here. But obviously this may sound a little bit advanced. You may wonder, why did I actually exactly enter? Well, I'm gonna now show you exactly why, because this is where I used the one candle. Okay, let me show you exactly how it happened. We saw this fair value gap right there, and it was a strong trend. All I needed was that fair value gap in that one candle. What exactly am I talking about? And this is what I was talking about. Rejection candle. This is so powerful when you want to see that last reaction to enter the trade. This is so powerful. Let me explain you exactly why. Because when we see a strong trend or FVJ, fair value gap, or another area like, whatever you use, like a building block, like an order block or support and resistance area, whatever you use, when you see that rejection candle tap into that area, like a fair value gap that I just showed you, it is so powerful. The markets need to retrace, right? Remember, the markets retrace all the time, right? If this is a strong trend, uptrend, it moves in impulses and retracements. Impulses and retracements, impulses and retracements. Naturally, the price wants to retrace, and especially when we have a fair value gap. Let's say this is a fair value gap right here, and the price wants to retrace to that, and then we see that rejection candle. That indicates that the buyers are literally reacting off of that. The buyers want to enter. So let's say this right here is the fair value gap. I know it's a little bit messy, but as you can see, this is the strong trend, and the trend naturally needs to retrace. Remember that small move down and then continues up. When there's a fair value gap, or whether it's an order block or whatever you use, and building block within the trend, the candle taps into that, and then we see this rejection, aka that wick forming up right here. This is the wick. This right here tells us that the buyers are now entering again. Okay, it reacted from that. Now it's good to buy. And also, why this is very important, because obviously it tells us that the buyers are now entering the markets again. And also, we can get a better risk ratio, because if we put our stop losses here and the price starts to reject, we get so much more money compared to that if we just enter off of a closure, right? But this is what we want to see. The area, whether it's a fair value gap, order block, or just a retracement in the trend, and then we see this rejection candle, super powerful. This is where I want to enter to get a lot of money, right? But let me show you exactly how it's done even more in depth. Now, as you can see, this is the trade that I took today. We're back in here, right? But this is 1.1 thousand. This is the fair value gap. Price taps into that. Okay, this is not the perfect example, right? This is not the optimal example that I want to show you. I'm going to show you exactly very soon better examples, but I wanted to buy here, right? We closed above this, and we got this fair value gap, and we barely tapped into it, but we reacted from that. Okay, we reacted from that. Okay, and that was the last thing that was literally the final thing that I need to see. So I bought the markets. Buyers are entering. So obviously, when the buyers enter, the trend is strong. We want to buy as well, and there we go. We hit the TP, right? Perfect. Okay, and I'm gonna show you now more examples. All right. So for instance, here, what happens? This is obviously what? This is a downtrend. How does the trend move? It moves in low lows, low highs, reaches quite a bit here, and then low lows again. This is a strong trend. Remember, it always starts with the trend. We need to be in the moving trend, right? We need to follow the trend. So when it has the strong trend, then you're going to mark out an area where the price may retrace to, like a fair value gap here. What is this? This is the first candle, the bottom. Remember, the bearish fair value gap, it always starts from the top right here. From the top of this candle, the first candle, and this right here is the gap, what is left, and it ends at this right here, the third candle's top, right? But what really matters is that we tap into the fair value gap, and then we start to retrace from that, right? We tap into that, we create this rejection candle right here. We start to just move down, and you can, by the way, you can enter while the candle is moving, right? It taps into it and starts to go down again. You can enter from there. I could have probably entered right there. And let's say if I would want to enter right here, when the price starts to retrace, I put the stop loss above here. above the fair value gap, and I want to target, let's say 1 to 3 in this case. And let's see what would happen. There we go. Look at this. Price continues to move in this cycle. Sellers enter the market again. Low lows, lower highs, low lows, right there, lower highs. What happens? Low lows, lower highs, low lows. Right. That's the trend. And if you guys don't know, an order block is it's almost like a fair value gap, but not quite. It's the same principle, right? It has the orders in it. There's a void. There's orders that big banks want to take, and it is formed after a breakout structure. So as you can see, this is a high right here, and the price closed above that. That's a breakout structure. Now the last down candle after that is left there is our order block, right? The down candle in the uptrend, right? And what happens? Price reaches to the order block, and we create again this rejection candle. I could have potentially entered when we see that reaction right over here, right? I could have potentially entered right there, put the stop loss below the order block, and just target maybe some liquidity right here, or 1 to 2 ratio. And let's see what, let's see what would have happened. As you see, almost 1.5 ratio. We're going to follow the trend, and there we go. Okay, simple as that. And again, why is it very important to see that? Because we're already in a strong trend, strong bullish trend. I mean, it starts to go from here. Then we got that one building block, whether it's the fair value gap, order block, or whatever, in the trend. We're going to mark it right here. And then we see that rejection candle. We see that candle tap into that, and we start to reject from the area. Buyers in the market. It is a strong trend. Let's continue. Boom. We'll make money, right? Obviously, you could have potentially entered on the next closure, which is here, but the reshort ratio wouldn't have been that nice. So that's why you can also enter like this when you see that rejection candle. Gives you more reshort ratio, better reshort ratio, more money, and it's just more nice. Okay, obviously, more money is better always. So just remember this: strong trend plus a fair value gap or other area like order block in the trend plus a rejection candle equals success, right? It equals success. That's how it goes, okay? You're going to follow the trend, hop on the moving train. That's how it goes, okay? All right, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you want to. And also, if you want to really get some rapid growth, make sure to check my description. There's a free course right there and a free Telegram. Get those. As usual, I'll see you on the other side. Peace out.